Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest head-scratchers on the internet, MrBeast. You know him, he's the king of YouTube. But he's also a massive financial puzzle. He's built this unbelievable empire that he doesn't really seem to own, at least not personally. It's a wild story, so let's piece it together.
Okay, first things first, let's just look at the numbers. In one recent year, MrBeast's earnings reportedly topped an absolutely staggering $85 million. That puts him in a league of his own. I mean, we're talking top-tier entrepreneurs anywhere on the planet.
But here's where your brain might short-circuit a little bit. While he was pulling in all that cash, his own personal bank account? It apparently had less than $1 million in it. Just think about that for a second. An 8-figure income, but a bank balance with almost nothing to show for it.
Which, of course, brings us to the big question, the reason we're doing this explainer. How on earth is that even possible? If the money's not going into his own pocket, where is it all going?
All right, so to figure this out, we have to really dig into this central paradox. How can one of the richest creators in the world have basically no personal savings to speak of? It just doesn't add up. Or does it?
So at just 27 years old, Jimmy Donaldson, that's MrBeast's real name by the way, has built this absolute behemoth of a media empire. But unlike pretty much anyone else who builds an empire, he doesn't seem to care about keeping the treasure. He's on a totally different wavelength.
So the money isn't just vanishing into thin air. No, it's being intentionally funneled down two very specific, very high-volume paths. So you know what they say? Let's follow the money.
And those two paths are actually pretty simple. First, almost every single dollar gets reinvested right back into his content. That's how his videos get bigger, crazier, and more insane every single time. And second, a huge chunk of it goes directly into his charity, Beast Philanthropy.
And when we say charity, we are not talking about small donations here. Just take his Team Water campaign. Through Beast Philanthropy, he helped raise an unbelievable $41 million. It's the perfect example of his entertainment engine driving huge, real-world change.
And that money isn't just some number on a spreadsheet. It has a massive real-world impact. We're talking about bringing solar power to villages in Africa, giving communities clean water sources for the first time ever, and funding thousands of sight-restoring surgeries for people who never could have afforded them.
But to really, truly understand why he does this, you gotta realize it's way more than just a business strategy. It's a deep, personal philosophy. His whole mindset is the key to unlocking this thing.
You want proof of how committed he is? Get this. When he married Thea Boyson, he actually had to borrow money from his own mother to pay for the wedding. A guy who generates tens of millions of dollars didn't have enough liquid cash for his own big day. That's wild.
And honestly, this quote from him says it all. For him, the joy isn't in watching a number in a bank account get bigger. The real fun, the real payoff is giving it away and seeing it help people. It's as simple as that.
Now hold on. Let's not get it twisted. He is still incredibly, incredibly wealthy. His company, Beast Industries, is valued at a mind-blowing $5 billion. That's where the value is. It's in the company, not in his wallet.
And he's the first one to admit it. He says it right here. His wealth isn't cash he can spend. It's all tied up in the value of his brand and his businesses. He's a billionaire on a spreadsheet, not at the ATM. So what's the grand plan here? What's the end game? This unique blend of philanthropy and entertainment, philanthrotainment, if you will, it gets some criticism for sure, but it all seems to be part of a much bigger mission he's on.
You know, when he released that video about funding eye surgeries, some people accused him of just chasing fame, using charity for clout. And that's a fair debate to have. But on the flip side of that argument is the undeniable result. Millions of people's lives have been changed for the better.
And this right here really gets to the heart of his whole philosophy. He truly believes that to make a gigantic impact on the world, you have to make it entertaining. By creating videos that millions of people genuinely think are fun, he's built an engine that's powerful enough to actually start changing things.
And so, that's what we're left with. MrBeast has basically created this whole new model where viral videos directly fuel massive charity projects, and it challenges everything we thought we knew about what it means to be wealthy or charitable. Is this a sustainable new way to make an impact, or is he just a one-of-a-kind phenomenon? That's definitely something to think about.